Yeah. Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome in. Good evening. Thank you for stopping. Hello, hello, everybody. Let's see who we got here. We got Huey. Hello. Mara, welcome in. And if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Juan Dio, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Looks like you're a friend of Almantas. Welcome in. I'm glad to see you. And Bless Fight. Hello. Joe. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Excuse me. Thank you for I guess it's not my first stream back after being sick, but my first solo run. Pardon me if I sound a little off. I'm still hold on to that while you can, Blastlight. As you can hear just now, I'm still kind of I'm a little gummed up. But we're working through it. If I sound a little off, it's because I got a cough drop right now. Help my throat get through the day. But we're back in action, and I'm not ready to stop anytime soon. So I think I've had a long enough break. I hope everyone's having a good night. I hope everyone's had a good day. Trying to think, did I do anything meaningful? Did Almantas raid into me? Not yet. Though we've been talking for a while. Almantas and I are not like close, but we've definitely like been circling the drain for a minute. He's a swell dude. I'm really happy to have met him. One of these days I'll reach out to do something, but we'll see what happens. I have something that might be really good for him to do, but I don't know if I'm doing that event this year. We'll see. Welcome back from work, Blast Fight. Good to see you. I hope you have what you need to chill out and enjoy the rest of your night. I went to Michael's today. First time in a while. My partner wanted to get Easter clearance, but we didn't really find much of anything. We thought long and hard about buying some decorations for the con booth, but everything is too goddamn expensive, so we didn't end up really getting anything. We came home. I'm happy to report that we have little baby apricots on the tree, so we have to deal with that soon. I think some of you might have been around last year while I was excitedly talking about or complaining about our apricot harvest. We moved here knowing that one of these trees was an apricot tree, but we didn't really know what to do with apricots or how to handle how fucking fast they produce fruit. I swear to God, handling all the fruit was kind of like our primary hobby for like the, 4 to 6 months that they were producing. I think we have a better handle on it now, and I'm going to try and make some liqueur this year. But it's still figuring things out. Buy a dehydrator. Yeah, that might be on the list, honestly. Supposedly our air fryer can do that, but I don't know if I don't know if it's clean enough that I want fruit in there, you know? Once you use that enough, a little difficult to go back. But yes, apricot liqueur. I kind of made some shitty apricot liqueur last year. I didn't really know how, so I just threw it in with some vodka and let it steep for a long time. And what came out of it wasn't bad, but it wasn't full of flavor, you know? It was more alcoholic than it was flavorful. But from what I understand, there are better ways to do it, so I'm fucking locked in, and I'm gonna do it right this year. Among other things. We're also completely redoing our garden, but the tree is probably going to take up a lot of that effort. I'm a little disappointed. I probably should have been sprouting some of my garden plants already, but I forgot. Works better if you dehydrate the apricots than you do that. All right, I'll keep that in mind. That sounds right. You concentrate the sugars, you know? You get the water content out, so you concentrate all the flavors and the oils in there. And then you let the alcohol form. It's a process. It's a process, and I'm going to do what I can. But I'll keep that in mind. But, you know, we're early enough in the season that I think I still have time to maybe sprout some plants and get them in the garden. But otherwise, ow, thank you. We're kind of already seeing things move along, and I don't know if we're quite ready for them yet. One of these days I'll take pictures of the baby apricots and pop them up on Discord or something, but... Thank you. For now, if you're here and you're looking to avoid being spoiled on the story, heads up, we're pretty close to the end, I think. If you don't care, last time we were here, we lost our good friend Tobias. He fought for us to the bitter end, and we have to get deeper. We have to get deeper into the deep zone and shut down the final anomaly. We have to get energy on anyway. Catch you later. Thank you for stopping by. Lovely to see you. Have a good rest of your night. And yes, Marla, I think I've seen you in Almanta's chat. He's a good dude. I'm happy to have met him. I think I've said it a few times before in his Discord and in his stream chat. I found him by chance while looking through a Twitter thread that Junk and Palm, a Quebecois English-speaking VTuber in Japan, made a thread for VTubers with beards, and I saw Almantas in it while I was forwarding it over to the other dwarves. And I don't know, he just had a good vibe. So I stuck around, and I've been lurking and visiting streams where I can, and dude's got a great attitude. I really appreciate, talking with him. It's great. I'm happy to have met him, and I'm glad that other people are realizing that he's good too. He's a real special case. And I think a lot of people, I think it helps a lot of people to see something like that. He's doing good stuff. I think we're all better for it. But that's how it is, isn't it? You bum around in someplace weird and you find someone you don't expect. That's it. Need to crash? You're damn tired? Have a good rest of your night, Blast Flight. Do take care of yourself. Sleep tight. Scream if anything grabs you in the night. You know the deal. Take good care of yourself. Let's see, I'm making a bunch of repair kits for whatever I can before we head out, because it's gonna be a while before we get back. I'm gonna need as many of these as I can handle. Getting into the deep zone has actually made me start to use my my med kits up. I'm finally not just constantly underwhelmed by damage. So we're kind of getting into the dangerous zone, and it doesn't help that there are these massive walls of instability along the way. We're gonna head to that story zone. We're gonna there to there. Reroll this one. Reroll it again. Yeah, there we go. That'll be a little bit easier to deal with. But we're gonna get up to the anomaly barricade here. There's a few things I need to find. Need to find Olympium. I haven't found more than one yet, and I don't even know where I found that one. But that's somewhere along the way, up in that final zone. If I can get more, I can get, like, the best engine, but right now we're making do with what we got. I found this panel, just elsewhere, but it'll only last so long. I can get a fully electric engine, but it seems unsafe to rely entirely on battery power rather than having battery and gas be separate. Jump jacks are unreliable. Guess I'm making new jump jacks. Don't know where I'd be without jump jacks. Oh, and I don't have a back bumper. Right, because my last one broke. Okay. Let's make bumper. Jump jack. And add nitro boost. I think I just need to make the nitro boost. I just need to make a circuit board. Yeah, we're good. Slap that there. Get the jump jacks in there. We got our mobility down. Backseat tank seems great. Hydro generator, solar panel, storage, and fuel synthesizer, which will make it easier to go without having to refuel. Then we have our resource radar and extra storage up top. Beautiful. Not much to worry about. We're doing good. Let's check our resources. I have a couple scrappers, and I have a couple plasma scrappers. I'll make another couple pry bars, because you never know. Got 2 impact hammers and a tougher hammer. Make another couple of vacuums, because those have been really useful as well. Seems like most of the resources that are worth it in the final zone take one of the vacuums to get a decent rate. Bioflares. I'll make a couple. I haven't made a bio lantern yet. I don't know if I need to. Explosives. Explosives is something that I've seen exploding things, like a lot, but I don't know how to get just straight up explosives, so we'll see what we can get. Marsh eggs are also high on the list. I think that's most of it, though. I need marsh eggs, I need Olympium, I need swamp coral. I think I need tree candy as well. But mostly, yeah, explosives and Olympium. Alright, well, we'll find something. Looks like we don't have any quirks, or if we do, it's not really critical. Check the machine. Oh, we have 5 quirks. Okay. We do have quirks. Cool, I just didn't notice. Okay, so we've got batteries full, headlight brightens. I don't know that I need to cure that. I probably will anyway. Let's see. Car moves uphill. Dashboard flickers. Oh, that's right. These are 2 separate ones. I need... Horn is honked. And... is that it? Yes. Then let's heal that with an electrician's kit. Battery is full. Headlights brighten. Get a light replacement kit out of the way for that. Let's... wipers. Okay. Cars move uphill. Wipers, toggle? Nope. Move slow. Yes. Okay. We'll fix that. Don't know what these are, so we'll have to use diagnostics. Okay. The car switches on, then the wipers move fast, I guess. No. Headlight switches on. Maybe? Yes. Okay, cool. Now let's try... Trunk is closed. Dome light. Alright, I gotta be inside to do the dome light. Dome light's off. Let's see if it turns on when I open and close the trunk. Yes. Okay. Trunk is closed. Dome light toggles. There we go. And now we'll replenish all the kits we just used. And we can go along our merry way without causing troubles. Turn that off. And let's see. Don't need battery jumpers, don't need plasma chargers. We'll get some mechanics kits. Healing kits are fine, light replacement's fine. Get electricians, and that should be good. Alright, now we're good to go. Oh, right. Abilities. Shift, we're going to hit to Nitro Boost and jump. Space, we're going to get to jump jacks. Until we need it, I'm going to replace the resource scanner with a limb pulse emitter, which should knock things like bunnies off. If I'm reading that correctly. Not the biggest thing in the world, but it's longevity. Let's see, I need to go A7, A9, C4, E6. Probably just drive through the first couple zones. I don't really need to worry about, you know, getting the starting materials. Turn on our lights. A bit foggy. Get up to here. Means I'm gonna want to take a left at the end of the street, and then oh my god, we missed almost all of the electricity. Thank you, new jump jacks. Take a right, and then we'll take an eventual left across the bridge, I believe that is. And we won't have to go in a roundabout sort of situation. God, I've definitely driven through fog this thick before, but it's been a while. Never in such a wooded area, usually by the ocean. It was almost scarier. I don't know, maybe there's a certain fear to seeing something come out of the woods. I've never lived where there was like a significant risk of at least deer coming out. I've always lived, at least where it gets foggy, I've lived by the ocean. And there's not really a whole lot that comes out of the ocean and gets you on the road in the middle of the night. Not in the same way that moose and deer do. Or foxes or owls or anything else. It's not the same level of fear. But I don't know. When there's nothing that's logical about, you know, what could possibly come out and you could ram into, I guess, for lack of a better term. There's kind of the fear that whatever does crop up is something you're not really equipped to handle. Greater chance that if you hit something, it's a person, or something that isn't a person. Not like the simplicity of a deer, which, while it can fuck up your car, can also just kind of be rolled to the side of the road and left alone. Nope. Popped a leak on the back door, on the trunk door, I believe. That's okay. Right. To be frank, a person or something that isn't a person does encompass all options. It's true. Sorry. Whatever you hit is more likely to be a human or something that's human-shaped and isn't a human. Which, as logical as any person can be, I think everyone knows someone who knows what I mean when I say that. Yeah. My dad used to be a motorcyclist and went up and down the East Coast, as far as I'm aware. And he told some interesting stories about what you can find on the road at night that really shouldn't be on the road at night. You know, you ride up and down and you spend a lot of time in cheap bed and breakfasts and diners and talk to the folks that spend all their time on the road, and you hear some interesting stories that you don't really get to hear from folk that don't travel that much. Ooh. An Arta truck. Bam Sibling, hello, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a good night. We're doing all right. I'm getting over being sick. I think I've said quite a lot this year, more than I probably should. But it's good to see you. Hope you're having an all right time. Hope life's treating you as well as it can, you know? Right, those are bioflares. You need, healing kit. Cowboy, hello. Welcome in. Yes. Back. Goodness. Crack, there we go. Hello, hello. See my orb. So far, it's been a crisis, but as long as you can chat with people, then you can relax a bit. That's fair. I'm so sorry that you're having a rough time, but you're welcome to come in. We're talking a little bit about the things you find on the roads late at night. The things that ought to or ought not to be there as we travel through the woods. This is a horror game, not explicitly, but it certainly feels like it sometimes. Especially when I find the tourists. But not really, no. But you know, when you're driving through the fog in the middle of the woods and there's no people around but things are still moving, you get to thinking a little bit. Side note, completely unrelated. I'm having my first beer after probably about 2 weeks of abstaining from just being too busy or getting sick. So, so that's real life. Okay. We'll see how it affects me. It's been a minute. But yeah, no, we're just talking about, you know, what happens when you're on the road. Is that what I think it is? Yes, marsh eggs. Yes, yes. Been given the gift of salamanders. They look like nerds clusters. A treat that I'm very familiar with, but I don't really eat. We have a bag of them at the house, but none of us have eaten them. Admittedly, it's because we initially used them to... Excuse me. We initially used them to help something get on a plane that maybe shouldn't have been. Wow, that sounds way worse than it actually was. It was a short flight. It was in state, so it was totally legal. But we put edibles in a bag of nerd clusters at one point because they zip up. Or not really zip up, but they reseal like a plastic bag. So we did that for a minute, but they've been just sitting like on our shelf untouched since. Healing plant. Hello. Yes, thank you. Turn the car off to regen some battery. But I think about them a lot. I think about these candies that I am relying on for a silly thing and then don't eat for a lot. Scariest thing you've seen in the woods is still a person. You've seen zombie deer. A bunch of packs of deers when your bro is doing a joyride at midnight. Yeah, I think there are a lot of people who live a very suburban life, who don't really understand that deer are fucking scary. Nobody really looks at deer and thinks that they should be a very scary thing to deal with, but there's something about them that ain't quite right. Something about deer that ain't godly for one way or another. Finding them at night when they really ought to be asleep is probably the worst time, but I don't know that I've ever known another kind of animal to behave so shockingly unnatural when sick or hurt, quite like deer do. And I imagine that's why deer have something of a place in biblical representations of, in some cases, madness, in some cases, sin. It's interesting. It's interesting what the world gives you. People give horses shit, but deer... Yeah, well, I think... Excuse me, I got my cough still. Still gotta deal with that. I think there are a lot of people that just don't fully understand how weird horses are, too. Hello, orb. I don't know what to do with these orbs. Maybe nothing at all. I don't know. Anyway, horses are weird fucking creatures. They stop breathing when they run. They rely on the natural sloshiness of their own organs to be able to breathe while running. I once read an extensive Tumblr post that explained quite well that a lot of what's wrong with horses is just that they don't have enough toes. It all kind of boils down to evolution forcing them to grow a little bit too fast. And of course that is through natural selection, not just like being born weird. Come on, guy. But it all boils down to a really weird need for honestly, over the span of their time, quite rapid changes in their body. And evolution produces creatures that are good enough, not great. You know? Alright. Please don't grab me. Ah! Oh! Okay, we're okay. There's a disease thing that affects deer, moose, and when they get to your cattle, it can kill your cattle that causes them to fall apart while alive. Horses are a whole bag of worms in their own right. But yes. Yeah, horses are fucked up. All four-legged mammals are prone to freakish diseases that destroy you without letting you die. And anything can be in the woods at night. Have good dreams, everybody. The world is a lovely place, and I'm glad to have been born in it. But by God, you just materialized out of nowhere. Oh, I'm glad I stopped. Hello. Hello. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we're eating good. We're eating dumpster pearls, baby. Thank you, friendly dumpster. I don't know what caused you to spawn in front of me, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Alright. Alright. Alright, off we go. Between the zombie deer, the ticks that give you a meat allergy, the amoeba that gets into your brain, and the fungus. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot. I'm happy to be just a person with a dog. Although, some types of yeast that didn't used to be able to survive in the human body but have adapted because the temperature outdoors is warmer. Freaky. I think I've talked before that, like, my ideal pet in the short term, one thing that I really want to get is, like a Marimo, moss ball. Which are really just, okay, we're gonna do radar scan. I want to get moss balls because I like moss balls. They seem cute and easy to take care of, except for the fact that, of course, about the time that I'm of an age where I feel appropriate to be able to handle them, most species of moss balls sold in America are infected with a parasitic mussel named the zebra mussel, which is extremely easy to spread around if you're not careful, and seems to happen quite a lot when people change out the water of their tank, because they latch onto moss balls a lot. Huge portions of American moss balls, for, you know, aquarium use or otherwise, were infected by them in, I want to say, 2020, 2021, maybe even 22, Jesus. And people were buying them and then, you know, washing out their tank as you're supposed to and sending these zebra mussels directly into their town's local water supply. Which is bad because it kills tons of fish and other plant life. Excuse me. And I couldn't, you know, justify for myself making the effort to do it, even if I knew that I could probably be careful enough to take care of them without it getting past. Because you can sterilize the water to prevent the spread, but if I slipped up once, that could be severe damage to the local ecosystem, and I wasn't about to be responsible for that. Oh, hey, guys. Maybe I'll just pick up a... There we go. Anyway, I couldn't really justify it, so I held off. I haven't checked to see how the zebra mussel situation is. I hope it's better. But there's only so much I can get my hopes up for, you know? I don't want to be responsible for fucking up my local water ecosystem. That's kind of important. In the honor of my King of the Hill video, one day. I really want to. I love moss balls. I kind of always have. But, I have to be careful. Get rid of all these little fellas. You'll eat chicken, seafood. I don't blame you. Food's weird right now. I got a bumper. Got an Olympium bumper. Huh. Pretty sick. Yeah, I have a bit of a complicated relationship with meat, but I'm sure a lot of you already know about that, so I won't go into it too much. But it's a thing. It's a thing. I want to be able to enjoy meat, but I don't. I have hang-ups of my own. I think it's the box. I don't think it's anything special. Yeah. Yeah, do what you feels right. There's nothing. As long as you're alive, that's the important part of doing whatever you're doing. And if choosing not to eat one thing or another is how you do it, then as long as you're getting your basic nutrients, then, you know, who cares? You are your own person at the end of the day. Oh, I think I hit a tourist or 3. At least it only lightly damaged my, my headlights. Alright. Get rid of these. Get that out of the way. See, I can get some magnets. I think I do need magnets, but I don't need that many. I don't know what quite happened here, but you. You're just an exploding crate. How do I get explosives out of you? How do I get explosives? I don't know. What if I come up here and... Nope, missed. Well, I'm not catching that. Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm not stepping in that. Okay. Mixed on eating meat. Believe life and death should be sacred, and you should not keep your food in a small cage before it's consumed. Let's live its life comfortably. Ideally, I agree with you. Very much of the same feeling. If it is being eaten, it should be able to experience life as well. Meaningfully. Not do anything? Hey, okay, well, I can't explode them, it seems. Disappointing, but not surprising. I don't know, I'll find my explosives one of these days. Too many exploding things, and I can't figure out what gives me the ability to explode. Alright. So, let's keep moving. You need to be cooked at home and done respectfully to yourself or to the food. Why you hate deep-fried food? Straight up gluttony. Well, it depends, right? Deep-fried food in the context of, like, fair food is a deeply complicated effort. But in some cases, deep-frying your food is how you... in some cases, is how you clean it in a way that is difficult in other more conventional fashion. I don't know that I'll be able to explain it in a way that makes sense, but there's a deep cultural impact to deep frying as well that is difficult to ignore. And it's worth considering that and the reasons why it started. However, as it pertains to spectacle, I think I'm in agreement in that food in excess as a spectacle is disrespectful and wasteful in a lot of ways. You want me to turn explosives into copper wire? I haven't even figured out where to get explosives. No. Most of the time it's done out of gluttony. I don't know that that's entirely true. I think one of the things that we need to respect is the number of times that something is done without our immediate observation, right? Things are done all the time without it being notable, but when it enters TV or, like, YouTube, it becomes something that we can't look away from in many ways. And that is where it becomes complicated. I have a lot of problems with the present presentation of, like, mukbang on social media and YouTube because of what it's turned into. I think there is a cultural history behind it that is much more, I don't want to say agreeable, but it's different, right? Because the original mukbang was a way for lonely people to have company while they're eating. And there's nothing really wrong with just kind of, like, sitting there and eating with people, but once it became this kind of weird all-you-can-eat spectacle, it's hard to respect it. I think in the same exact way that it is hard for people to respect things like ASMR because of the sexuality that is now tied to it because of the behavior of those that have ostensibly strayed from the initial intent, right? Oh, hey, guys. Let's not squint on the dashboard while there's explosive fellas around. I think it is easier to say that spectacle culture and the online nature around that, pleasing the algorithm, has ruined a lot of things that would normally be tolerable or at least minimally harmful at worst. And there's not a whole lot that we can do about that in many cases. The best we can do is to not participate, and when it's actually harmful, report it. But that's not where we're at every day of our lives. We do what we can with what we have, and then we carry on when we can't do anything else. Disappointing as that is. The way I'm wording things is confusing. I'm not the best speaker, admittedly. Let me stop the car right here. I need to refuel my gas a little bit. I hope that the tourists don't come in close. You ever see this shit on social media content called Inside? Most of the videos they do with the food is genuinely the most disgusting. I don't know Inside. Do they do the... Wait, what the fuck? What happened to my fuel synthesizer? It got ripped right off my car. God damn it, that was expensive. Ah, rude. I have fuel cans, I'm okay. That was an expensive piece. Damn it. You mean Inside, like Insider, the YouTube channel? I know they do things like 100 most expensive blah 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 whatever. I don't know them intimately, but if I'm remembering correctly, I think that's them. Come on, yeah. Yeah, we're doing good. I guess I'm glad that my synthesizer got stolen and not my storage. With all my pearls in there. Still not ideal. But you know, whatever. Cowboy, I wouldn't take anything that that Bam Sibling is taking too close, or is saying too close to heart. We've kind of worked out that there's a point to cultural cooking and like eating for the sake of eating that is not really an issue, but there's a what the fuck? There's a certain degree to which online spectacle and algorithm pleasing content renders the idea of food that should be fine as disgusting as a result. But it's less about the way of cooking itself and more about the way it's being portrayed by other people for I hesitate to say sinful, but I think inappropriate terms. God, that's gross. Okay. Okay. Let's make sure we get our audio log, and then we'll carry on. What the fuck? Oh. You shouldn't be here yet. But I'll loot you anyway. See what you got. Oh my god, you're full. Side battery, sure. Please don't pick up my car. Okay, let's tuck away what we can. I'm being greedy. Being very greedy. And let's get out of here. I have a strong feeling I'm about to get overtaken by the storm as I get what I want. Whoa! Break that off. Okay. Oh, okay. Picked up duct tape as my prize for that one. Great. Okay, things are getting dangerous. I need to get out of here. All right. Let's just get a real fast track out of there. Whew. Maybe we'll miss the storm as well. Maybe. Oh my god. Oh, that's so much more powerful than it was before. You're okay. Ow. Okay, we're okay. We're fine. We're fine. Excuse me. God. What I wouldn't do to suppress my cough right now. Of course, I'm working with a cough while I have a, you know, a hobby where I talk a lot. Smart move, Leshii. Really smart move. Okay. I'll say now that I don't think I'm necessarily disagreeing with you about how you feel about food being used disrespectfully. But I do think I do worry a little bit that we're getting intense enough about it that we might be straying into some uncomfortable waters for others. I don't know anyone that takes things that hard, but I do hope that everyone involved is measuring the words that we say in regards to how we see other people. Nobody's in trouble, but also, food is a delicate subject for some people, and I hope that y'all understand that. Food is a lot of things to a lot of different people in a lot of different ways, and I don't want to disrespect anyone's path through that. I don't know anyone who's a competitive eater and or super into the spectacle culture, but I do know some people for whom food in general is a bit of a sensitive thing, and speaking down to people who eat food in a certain way is always has unintended consequences. Hold up. Are you explosives? Because you're calm boxes. Ow. I'm dying. Gonna eat our MREs and recover after throwing an explosive box at my foot. Ah. Okay. Okay. Some of these are explosives boxes that I can loot. Okay. I just have to parse the bad ones. Makes sense. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna chance it. Here we go. Alright, let's get down there. Can't help but be greedy when they're sending me packages from space. Gonna be a hell of a challenge to get back, though. At this angle. Ow. Alright. Hop over these rocks, or not. Or really not. Good God. Okay. Alright. Getting into dangerous territory. But we're doing okay. Make this quick, because the car is taking continuous damage, as am I. Car. Let's see, chemicals, that, plasma, wire, putty, lead, platelet, that. It's, you, you're okay, putty in there. Take that putty. Toss that. And tuck that in there. Then... yes. Okay. That. Scrapper, regular scrapper. Heal. And I can toss this and take this. And that is not enough. I need this. Yes. Okay. We're good. We're good to leave. Okay. Let's get out of here. I can't leave. Oh my god. Okay. Sure. Let's take that anchor. It's not normally an option. Dumpster pearl. Can I make room for it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Drop the broken glass. Drop the plastic. The pearl here. Take the battery jumpers. Oh, geez. Take these. These. Put that there. Okay. And then... corrupted anchor. Sick. I do want more of that. Are you... nope. Okay. Okay. Let's get this in there. So there's one thing about Food Spectacle that I want to point out that is difficult to come to terms with, but is kind of required for the sake of maintaining sanity, especially when we're dealing with the hell of living in an algorithmically controlled nightmare, as we are. There is a difference between Food Spectacle that is created for the sake of fulfilling a desire to see someone do something disgusting, and food that is created for that desire that is eaten, right? And I think a very good dichotomy has been brought up in chat right now, because there is Nikocado Avocado and Epic Mealtime, right? Both, frankly, disgusting. Excuse me. And Epic Mealtime has a very long laundry list of issues behind it. However, at least as far as I'm aware of, looking into interviews as recent as, like, I want to say 2012, though they made disgusting food, and quite a lot of it, in almost every single case, it is eaten entirely. Like, from, like, a full hog to empty plate every single time. Except in extremely rare occasions where it is disgusting, and that's an unfortunate side effect of things. However, as long as all of the food has been eaten by someone for the sake of nourishment, especially in these situations where it is a big meal and it ends up feeding like a full team of people, I don't really have a problem with it. It's gross, but the food is being used for its intended purpose, and it's being consumed in its entirety. In the case of Nikocado avocado and similar mukbang extremists, for lack of a better term, I kind of have a harder time handling it because of how much of it gets wasted. And it's the waste that I think bothers me more than just like the way that it's being eaten in the first place. Food that is consumed in its entirety is, in my opinion, regardless of the way it's prepared, respected on a bare minimum level. But when it's thrown out, that bothers me the most. And this is, like some of you, coming from the perspective of someone who did not always get to have a good meal all the time. And sometimes we have to make do with the fact that, oh my god, Zayza, hi. Hi, Raiders, welcome in.
Give us the rundown, Francis.
Me?
The electrical grid is your department.
You know the plan as well as I do.
So you'd rather trust me than have to speak up for yourself? Guess you're on your own, driver.
Good luck. Okay, fine.
One moment, everybody.
Aren't enough to overcharge the ARC device to the level we need. But there's an old anomaly barricade we can piggyback onto. It's archaic technology, an early attempt to stop anomalies from drifting out into the wider Olympic Peninsula. It worked for some time,
Until it didn't.
but long enough to get the old wall built.
The barricade's in bad shape, but what's a little rampant voltage leakage? Not like the ghosts and goblins of the Deep Zone will mind. And if they do, all the better for Francis. Huh?
Appreciate the olive branch, Oppie, but boy, do you have a lot to learn about
This
paranormal.
is
I'd be
Leshii,
happy to give
your
you a primer on
non-binary
so-
dwarven variety
Podcast.
VTuber.
I'm far too old for that.
The car will induce a current along the barricade, in the same way you did it crossing the old wall. Every connection point needs to be induced within a limited time. Electrify the entire barricade, and we'll have all the power we need.
You heard him. Floor it, driver.
Okay. Welcome in, Raiders. Zayza, what were you up to? I think I missed it. I'm sorry. I hope you were having a good time. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you, Joe, for doing my spiel for me. I hope everyone's having a good night. Spoiler warning, if you're worried about spoilers for Pacific Drive, you might want to take a pass on this one. We're pretty deep in. If it doesn't really matter to you, welcome in. Finish off the remaining items off of Luca, Born of a Dream. And then you did some Star Renegades. Not bad, not bad. Dog watched you flail in pain. Yeah, that's how it goes, isn't it? That's how we handle it here. I'm glad you're having a good time. Do whatever you need to, you know, take care of yourself post stream. Eat, drink, sleep, poop. I don't know, whatever's on the list for you. We'll be here the whole time. Howdy, Oddcog. I don't know if I have a mod online. If I do, please give a shout out to Oddcog as well. If not, I'll get to it when I can. An electrician's kit. What does electrician's kit look like? This one. Thank you, Zip. You robbed banks together on Friday. That's right, yes. You know, Zayza, maybe if we buy the DLC maps, maybe we'll rope you in next time. Because I don't think there's enough in the base game to warrant another stream, quite frankly. So one of these days we'll probably just do Payday. I have plans for Payday and I just never did it, so, you know. Ain't that just the way? I really want to do a Payday. But it's got to be Payday 2 because Payday 3 still sucks. Yay. But yeah, oh. The hell is going on here? Blacksmith. Good God. Okay, so it slams down and it creates a bunch of spikes and shit. Okay, cool. Oh, I left my car unattended during that. That's not great. Let's get out of here. Okay, I don't have my shield to protect me. That's great. You know, side note, can we talk about how Payday 2... how the trajectory of Payday 2's DLC issue was pretty easily told by a single DLC? Am I allowed to say that there is one DLC that spelled like the doom of Payday 2? It's the one that added the H3H3 people. That's the one that ruined Payday 2.
Hey, you're near the barricade's operating station. Can you get in there and look around? We need something that'll give us the lay of the land.
Not like actually ruined it, but it was the first in a long line of DLC that kind of foretold the worst era of Payday 2. Yeah, it was a rough time, and I think it started there. I'm sure it started beforehand, and I'm just kind of like unaware. But that was a pretty egregious change from its usual path, and then it stayed like that for a while. I thought it was funny at the time, but I don't really think so anymore. Worf always suplexes a friend that says hello. Hello, everybody. And welcome in. Magnets for lead platelets? Fuck no. Absolutely not. Worst machine. Alright, I gotta... I guess figure out what I'm doing here. I just gotta race. Alright. I wish I brought my force field, but I didn't. So, I guess I just have to eat my own ass with it, huh? Especially with my inventory being this full. Let's cram some med kits on me and let's do what we can. That'll fix me up real good. I'll tuck these over here. Good. All right, race time. All right. Here we go. Oh, okay, come on. Yep.
It's behind you. It's behind you. It's behind you. It's
Oh,
behind you.
okay. No, come on. Back on the road. Let's go. Just a little bit of nitrous. Oh, I'm about to land on an explosive.
All right, it's working.
Oh, that was rough. Oh, my hood's about dead. Oh, God. All right, let's keep it up. Drive around the dust clouds that destroy my car. Keep the juice going. Getting that connection despite being in midair. Still doing it. Oh, come on.
Looking good, driver.
Looking good? I'm looking the wrong way. There we go. Weaving through the explosive tourists. Around the bend. Across the bridge.
You're making good time. Keep it up.
Yeah, thank you, Uppy. I just gotta take the hits. Oh, come on. Thank you for the boning. Oh, shoot, I missed one. Come on, come on, come on. Don't fail me now. Yes.
Few more to go.
Okay. I've got really low battery, so I can't keep hitting the nitrous every time I want. Gotta keep carrying this charge. Gotta keep my car in one piece. We're fine. We're doing great. There's nothing bad happening here. My tires are intact, and that's about the only thing that matters right now. Oh, come on, let go. Whatever's grabbing onto me. Up and around. Oh, no. Uh-oh. I really don't have enough battery to make up for the nitrous anymore. Come on. How many more gates do I have to open? Jesus. My tires are still good. That's okay. My engine's having problems. Uh-oh. Come on, keep up the zaps. Where's the next one? There it is. Gates open.
Okay, okay.
Are we done? No, we're not. Great. Engine has a malfunction, but it's still in good condition. So we're still making decent speed. No, this is slow, but we're doing okay. But we're making it. I'm losing battery, though. I'd save it if I turn off my lights. Fuck it, I'm turning off my lights. I have chargers in the back, I just have to last long enough to use them. Oh my god, we did it. Okay.
Good. Then we're all set. The arc device is ready to go. Hold that charge for as long as
You fucking said it. Okay.
Head on, driver. Storm's coming.
Oh shit, the storm's coming. Okay.
Others.
Why is my hood up? Okay.
Your host Joe knows who is important here.
Thank you, Joe, for petting the apparently more important of my two mascots here, I guess. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I'm sorry, car, for putting you through all this, but... Oh, God, we gotta run. Tires are still intact. That is what you get with off-roading tires. Barendell! Fancy seeing you, bud. Hey, Raiders, welcome in. Oh! Hi, everybody, welcome in. If you don't know who I am, I'm Leshii the Dwarf, your non-binary variety dwarven VTuber. Hi. I hope you all had a good time. You were doing XCOM, so 50-50 chance that Varendell was raging. Welcome in. B, if you need to do anything, eat, drink, sleep, shit, do whatever. Do whatever you need, baby. This is a fair warning to anyone who hasn't played Pacific Drive. If you're looking to avoid spoilers for the story, this isn't your stream. We're really close to the end. I hope you were all having a good time. I do hope that Varendell was raging a little bit, but, you know, that's because he keeps going back to XCOM 2. Took 4 streams, but you finally had your first death of the new campaign? Oh my god, you're actually doing really well then. Congratulations.
Me not that kind of orc.
Thank you, Zeza. Hi, everybody. I had our tornado sirens tested, and the part that says this is a test was just angry mechanical screeching. Great, love that. Can you spam the hydrate redeem? Good god. Oh, you want me to talk like a pirate for 60 seconds? Oh god. Why isn't my quest activating? Oh, there it is.
I know you're not happy to see your rival, but it's quest time.
Fine, but you can't blame me for coughing. How weird that it has to wait for the orc to end. That's not supposed to happen. Anyway, I guess I'm talking like a pirate for 60 seconds. I don't have a good timer. So, you know what I do? I have a timer in the corner, and I can get past a good portion of this quest to talk like a pirate by unpausing the game and going through what is likely to be a fair bit of dialogue relating to this point in the story. Again, if you're avoiding spoilers, now's the time to shift the channel to something else. You know, do up your face a little bit, find yourself a snack, find someone else to watch. At the end of the day, I don't want anyone to have their experience of this. I'd say 10 out of 10 game to be ruined by someone just raiding you in right to the end, where all the tragedies already happened, and you have nothing left but to pick up the burning ashes at the end. Channeling the pirate captain from Adventure Brothers. Well, maybe he's a distant cousin. You never know. Out here on the open ocean, you find all sorts of people. They're all related in some way or another. Every so often, some stranger wanders in and you find out they're a distant cousin. Makes it real hard to date on the open ocean, you know. It takes a very particular kind of person to sail the 7 seas, and as it turns out, the vast majority of them come from the same family. I think that was about 60 seconds. Yeah, please ask me to do Kermit when I'm not coughing all the time. That's one that will take more of my throat than I have room to give. Excuse me. Thank you.
Excellent.
Pirate dwarves are like bandit elves. Not exactly what you were expecting, but it works really well. Well, you know, there's some overlap culturally.
A lot. Take your time and gear up. No telling what that remnant's going to unleash.
Right now, my remnant's unleashing a shit ton of smoke. Let me find my mechanics kit. Tink, tink. Ah, shit. Tink, tink.
That was really good, Leshii. You do such good
Hey, driver.
voice
I sent you
gimmicks.
something, if you don't mind
Thank you.
taking a look.
You sent me something. In memoriam. Oh, no.
Tobias's favorite cryptid of them all. If it's not too much to ask, if you could put it on your dashboard.
Menagerie.
Tobias can come along for the ride, for wherever you're going.
Got it,
But
Francis.
don't feel obligated by any means.
You know I will, Tobias. Menagerie, hello, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello. Deep Rock Galactic, fine choice. Oh yeah, you've been doing that pretty regularly lately, haven't you? You caught me recovering from being sick. You know, it's one of those things. You get sick for like 3 days, but the cough lasts for 2 weeks. I'm on the coughing, but welcome in. I hope you were having a good time. I hope your community day was going well. A little under the weather. I was earlier this week. I'm in the recovery phase. You know, I'm. You know, you have a couple days of sick, and then it just sits in your chest for a week and a half. Thank you, Plump Phone. I'll you know what? I'll give you a little. I choked a little bit. Oh, you can't sip a beer like you sip tea. It doesn't work. Plump Phone. I don't know. I like to imagine that everyone around here is a little bit plumper than they would be outside of it. I've got a plumping aura, as you know. Got a seasonal cough on into the late fall. Me too. Yeah. Another beer enjoyer. Yes. I'm actually having my first one in like, I don't know, almost 2 weeks because I don't drink when I'm sick. But I feel a lot better now than I did like even 3 days ago. So I think I'm good. But we're going slow. You know, we're not going too hard on it. Also, who would I be as a dwarf if I didn't like a good brew? You know? Beer, gross, cider, okay? It's okay, Varendell. You'll grow up into a big boy someday. I also didn't like beer until like a couple years ago, so, you know. It's a thing. Anyway. Let's drink ale and booze. Now, it's hard to find an ale out here. I live in the land of IPA, and that's bad. IPA is bad. Oh, excuse me. I keep meaning to mute when I cough, but meat is very good, yes. But yes, Menagerie, I hope you're having a good time. Do feel free to sleep, eat, drink, or poop, or whatever it is you need to do after your raid. Don't feel obligated to stick around. I appreciate you bringing your folks along. As I told the folks who raided in just before you, we're pretty close to the end of the game, so be careful. If you're looking to avoid them spoilers, do find somewhere else. I'm not offended if you need to step out to avoid spoilers. Because we just hit a really sad part. Just started this because of, and yeah, fair. Thank you so much for coming along. I really hope you enjoy this game. The final portion is a fucking punch in the gut. Don't worry about the ornament that says in memoriam. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't know if we're finishing the game tonight exactly, but we're getting really close. So, again, if you're looking to not have your time spoiled on this spectacular game, feel free to go anywhere you need. I don't remember what we were talking about before you raided it. We just finished a mission and my car is destroyed. There we go. Irradiated tortoise? I don't know. If there's any creature that's surviving out here in the peninsula, it's probably a tortoise. And I'm suffering from heavy radiation poisoning, so, you know, it is what it is. Little chicken nuggets from your mini fridge. From your mini fridge? Having chicken nuggets on demand so freely. How luxurious. Dedicated nugget fridge. And maybe not dedicated. I don't know. It could be dedicated. If you want. Alright, I need to drop. Pick up the fuel nozzle. And refuel that. What did Varendell say? Threats of violence is just how me and Leshii show love. It's true. Also, you know what? Speaking of showing love, Varendell, I have more free time than I did before, and I'm in better health than I did before. I'm about to hit you up on that collab we talked about a while ago. But we'll get there when it's in a more appropriate time. Is this more of an RPG game? It's a roguelite It's a bit of an open world. No, it's not an open world. It's not an open world at all. It's a roguelite. You run around, you survive terrors, you craft car parts, and you survive as long as you can, and you get to the end of the story. There is a very good story behind it, but you can kind of ignore it if you want to. The game itself is fun enough without it. I just like it a lot. It's neat. But my car is toast. Every single one that says fragile or like worn. Let's see, this one can be fixed, but this one is fragile. We can't fix it. Hello. You're good, you're good. You're good. You're nearly broken enough that I'm just gonna get rid of you. You're all repairable. You are, ironically, but you aren't. Everything else is okay. So these are all the parts that we have to scrap because they cannot be repaired. Non-binary flag spotted. Yes, hello, I am non-binary. I am somewhere in the trans journey. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm coming from, but I sure am moving. Welcome in. I know where to find you. Yes, yes, I do. I'll hit you up eventually. We'll get there. But before anything, I really got to get rid of this cough. Oh, that's right. I'm full of crap, aren't I? All right, let's put things where they belong. You get picked up by hand. Okay, so I have a bunch of things. Let's get all of our parts and put them where they belong. This is the fun part where I get to do inventory management, which is the part where everyone sticks around and definitely watches the whole time. Excuse me. I realize I'm saying excuse me for a cough that you couldn't hear, but, you know, all the same. Very gender. Always nice to meet someone who's also on the N spectrum. I'm glad to see you around. You know, we gotta stick together a little bit, you know? Gotta show out people out there that we're normal-ish. That's not very convincing, is it? But you know how it is. I have this bumper. It's very good, but it's not an activated ability, so I'm gonna put it away. Let's see. A lot more in the dwarf community than you thought. I think there's a certain degree to which having, I don't want to say atypical, but definitely not like mainstream popular fantasy interests attracts a lot of people who have not mainstream identities. And I mean that in the most generous way that I possibly can. And let's be real, you know, dwarves aren't the mainstream starlets. Those are always the elves, aren't they? I think folks who appreciate the stumpier, hairier side of life tend to not worry too much about who they are, as long as they are who they are at the end of the day. When you know who you are, regardless of the shape that you form, you probably think dwarves are pretty cool too.
Oh, Leshii, you're gonna hate this one. I am glad this is not me. Anyway, here's your quest, buddy.
ADHD, possibly autistic, massive game nerd. Yeah, I'm right up in there with you. I am ADHD and autistic as well. I've never been very shy about that. Champion, there's a white boy sitting down at a piano in a pub. Give me 2 Billy Joel songs that I can head him off at the pass. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Billy Joel. Oh, God. I don't know Billy Joel. Piano Man? Yeah, he is a piano man, isn't he? Fuck. I don't know. I don't know anything about Billy Joel. He's not Armstrong, is he? He's the other one. That's Billy Joel I'm thinking of. Uh-oh. Piano Man is one. Okay. Thank you, Cog. Billy Joel's American Idiots. Maybe. I don't know, Piano Man. The more that Joe comes in and, like, gives me music trivia, the more I realize that I'm just completely, like, music illiterate. I've sat in my own little hole for most of my life and didn't stray from it very much. I have a very wide variety of music that I like, but also I'm very much the kind of person who likes, like, 1 or 2 songs from an artist and doesn't really look into them that closely. Not the most creative endeavors, at the end of the day. You know, I try my best, but I'm not... I think it is only... Oh my god. I think it is only, like, as an adult that I'm putting more care into finding out who I'm paying attention to, music-wise. Which drives Joe crazy, because I don't know anything about anything. Alright. I had something that popped off and fell down over here. Whatever. You. Let's put these away. You fabric. I'll put you away. I don't think there's anything... I think anything that fell out got picked up again. Okay. Okay. But you. And let's wear out the scrapper over here. Crashing these tires. Cool. That's done. Alright, let's put that away. Okay, we're in good shape. May as well use this up. Oh, right, I can do that over here. Ever seen Oliver and Company? He did the music for that. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't know anything at all. I'm so sorry. Did they do We Didn't Start the Fire? Or was that someone else? Named it in the form of the question. We didn't start the fire? Who started the fire? I don't know. I don't know shit about dick, man. I only said it because someone else in chat said it. Excuse me. The original We Didn't Start the Fire was Billy Joel. There's a newer version by Fall Out Boy that you actually like more, though. Oh. I remember the Fall Out Boy being kind of contentious. Not that it's a huge deal. 3, 4. What did I have for 5? I don't know, one of these probably. Yep. Cool. Okay. And a bunch of Billy Joels dropped in the chat. Well, someone pick him up. He shouldn't be just lying on the ground there. Okay. We're gonna fix our car a little bit more. I have to turn off the car lights. There we go. And I need... electrician's kit? Yes. Nope. Electrician's kit. Yeah, here we are. Guarantee I'd know a bunch of his hits. That's the problem, is like, I know music. I know of music. I sound like a moron. I know of music, but like I don't really commit names of things to memory unless it really stands out as something that I listen to over and over and over again. Excuse me. Because it is absolutely in my way that when I find something that I love, I listen to it over and over and over again. That is one of the ways in which my ADHD manifests. But if I don't know someone by name, there's a decent chance that they haven't reached that status with me yet. Which isn't to say that I never will. Again, like I said earlier, I'm trying to do better about that, but it doesn't mean that I'm doing great. I know jazz. I know jazz in a casual sense. I don't know it in a very scholarly sense, which makes it kind of hard to talk about jazz because it's a very contentious thing in itself. A lot of people don't like it anymore. Bots invite. Oh, of course. Right. One sec. Let me grab a new one. I keep forgetting to refresh it. See that. Chat commands. Discord. Save. If you hit exclamation mark Discord, that should be fixed now. There we go. There we go. That should be fixed now. I have to put it on a timer so that bots don't get in and cause trouble. But also, like, the number of times that I've ever had to deal with bots has been completely dwarfed by the number of times that people have asked to join the Discord and had a bad link. So maybe I should just set it up properly and deal with the bots some other way. One of the many complications of trying to have a community. Love jazz. Your last year of high school, your marching band show was based on the life of Glenn Miller, and you played a few of his songs, like In the Mood. Hell yeah. You know that swing is technically different from regular jazz, but big bad voodoo daddies, yes. They are a spectacular example of what jazz turns into with modern times as well. Modern in heavy quotes for them. They're not exactly the most recent figures on the block, are they? I have a lot of strong thoughts about jazz, and folks in here know that I'm cooking up something of a maybe video to cover my thoughts about it, but it's a thing. It's got a complicated history in modern day. And I don't think it's given its fair dues by modern people. Why should I worry from the Oliver and Company soundtrack? Only the Good Die Young and Moving Out. I have heard of those songs. Very helpful, I know. I don't think I could, like, pin any of them down in my brain by name alone. I was asking you to name a Glenn Miller piece, you'd be able to mention Chattanooga Choo Choo. What? No. I couldn't. Because that's the other part of, like, my awareness of jazz, is that it is not scholarly even remotely. I have jazz that I like, and I think a lot about jazz, but my ability to name anyone as a prominent figure is heavily reliant on me having, like, notes ahead of time, as I am forgetful and brain poo-poo sometimes. Most of the time, frankly. I need one panel. Okay, that's not bad. Never heard of Glenn Miller till to get today. Glenn Miller is on the smoother side of jazz. I know that doesn't really mean a lot to some people, but jazz has its roots in very upright, not upright, what's the word? Very loud, boisterous music. And smooth jazz, as it's known now, was something of a later adaptation to the changing ways of society. And Glenn Miller, drifted closer to the smooth jazz side of things than the initial invention of jazz. Jazz music started the same way that punk music started, in that there was people who were so goddamn tired and downtrodden that they couldn't be quiet about it anymore. So they created a band so they could scream into a horn loud enough about their problems to survive to the next day. Jazz is astonishingly punk, which is something that a lot of people don't recognize without considering its history. Glenn Miller had more top 10 hits and #1 records than Elvis or the Beatles did during their careers. It's true. To be fair, Glenn Miller's competition wasn't that strong either. Not to discount his ability or that of his band, but by God, there wasn't a lot of great music at the time. Just wasn't. I'm gonna send some paint through the scrapper because I don't need this much matcha green paint. I don't need that many green cars. I was in early to mid 40s. Yeah, it was a period of time in which music was kind of held mostly by those who had a budget for it. One second, everybody. I'll be right back. Sorry, everybody. My partner came in having me check to make sure that there wasn't a spider down her back after going outside. We're all good. Excuse me. You know, just those things you do when you're bumming around outside at night. Let's get a bunch of blue paint. Let's get rid of a bunch of off-white paint. There we go. Oh, right. Was it spazzing around? Yeah, that happens. I already did. Fine. Sorry to yell. My partner was asking from the other side of the door. Yeah, no, we're I got a lot of thoughts about jazz music, but it's hard to say it all succinctly because I'm not that smart about it. I don't have that much awareness of names and times in detail. I've just been around it long enough to have some real strong opinions and know how a lot of people feel, and have seen how it's changed over the course of about 20 years. I note because Adore's fantasy is better than sci-fi. Counterpoint, there is a lot of sci-fi out there that's indistinguishable from fantasy. I don't remember who said the quote, but there was some, I want to say famous author who said something along the lines of like, there is science fiction where science is so advanced that it is indistinguishable from fantasy, and that science is indistinguishable from magic. And let's be real, Star Wars has a lot more science fantasy than science fiction, science, frankly. And I think that plays into things quite a lot. When you think about it real hard. When you think about it real hard, they're the same thing, except for when science fiction is written by scientific nerds, which can sometimes be the best or the worst, depending. You know, there's that movie, Wizards by Ralph Bakshi, who's, I'm pretty sure that's Bakshi, where, it's kind of in the middle in a weird way. All right, let's put some animal stripes on the bad boy. Wizards of Bakshi, yeah. And we all know how that ends. Unless you don't, at which point, that's okay. Very helpful, I know. There we go. Yeah, we're looking good. A lot of high fantasy stuff. That's fair. I'm also... I say that about science fiction, being someone who actively dislikes Star Wars and having no interest in Star Trek, and those are kind of like the biggest mainstream examples of sci-fi, aren't they? I don't have a whole lot of love for sci-fi, but I think I need to frame it in my mind as similar things for me to be able to give a shit. Maybe that's not an appropriate way to say it, but I don't know. It kind of is how it works for me. That's how it is, you know? You gotta frame things in ways that make you care, or else it just kind of is miserable all the time, isn't it? And I just don't care about sci-fi most of the time. At all. Never maliciously, I just kind of never really latched on. I've found examples that speak to me, but almost all of them are much more fantasy than they are scientific. Star Wars is more science fantasy than it is standard sci-fi. It's true, yeah. And that's because that's what makes it palatable to people. Star Wars is about a chosen one with a magic sword rescuing the kidnapped princess with the help of a wizard. Yeah, it's fantasy. It is just space fantasy. It's hard to imagine that it could be called anything else, but that's what it is. No, it's that's just what it is. Excuse me. More than anything, I think I don't know. I'm talking big words for someone. I'm talking big words like I don't want people to disrespect sci-fi, but I myself don't care about sci-fi. Like, at all. To the ire of many of my friends who are big sci-fi heads. But so it goes. Star Trek has a lot of varying quality, and the average Star Trek show takes a season to hit a stride. Yeah. Like how the Destiny games are technically sci-fi, but there's more magic than the average Souls game. A moon wizard. Basically, yeah. Destiny is also something that I like a lot, except for the actual game. I like the writing on it a lot. I like the setting. I have a lot of choice words about the game lately, but I hear that the next major update might be kind of good, maybe? We'll see. We will see. I'm not going to find out with my wallet until I see other friends do so first. Right, let's get a bunch of repair bits done. Continue on. Completely overloaded by our resources. But it is what it is. DS9 is worth it. I'm sure I'll get to Star Trek eventually. But I think it's going to come after King of the Hill, which is taking my current occupation. Speaking of which, if y'all didn't know, I have a semi-active podcast where I watched King of the Hill for the first time with my friend and mod Guard. And we just put out our 3rd episode today. You can find that on my YouTube channel. Don't look at how long it's been since the last episode. Just don't look at it. Don't worry about it. Just go to the playlist and listen to them all in sequence right now. Just don't look at when they were uploaded. Don't worry about it. Oh god, I can't stop coughing. King of the Hill, does that mean hate raiders are getting sent to a clean burning hell? You know it. God dang it, Bobby, you can't keep raiding the queers. They know too much. But Dad, they insulted my fursona. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, one of these days the link will be posted in chat by my bot, I guess. So if you want to see it, you will eventually. Shared Garrick's first scene in DS9 with a friend today. He was so gay for Dr. Bashir that the network didn't even recognize it. I don't know what any of that means. Hope that helps. Aha, fuck you, bunnies. But Dad, they said the Helldivers was satire, not 100% serious. God, what a world we live in right now. What a world. Reading comprehension truly has gone down in recent years, hasn't it? Oh. Huh. Next time I get bunnies on me, I'm going right in one of those. Basically, the actors played them as a romance, and the folks in charge of the show didn't realize and acknowledge and unknowingly let men-loving men in. That's how you gotta do it sometimes, especially in the early days. You know, that's something that we're doing even now, and it's... Oh, God. Thanks. Thanks, Ballard. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's not. Especially when it's written by people who don't really understand what it's like. You go in the electrical field. You go in the electrical field, please. I have no need of you. Because too many people ignore English class in middle and high school. Make fun of it because hee blue curtains mean. It's a lot of things. I think there are also like unusually large swaths of the country that wants children to not have reading comprehension, media literacy. This isn't like the best avenue to discuss such a dangerous topic, but I think there are some unpleasant actors in play that have more power than they ought to in such a case. But anyway. Anyway, yes, you know, absorb media that you don't like. I say after spending God knows how long talking about how I don't really care for Star Wars and have no interest in Star Trek. Not that I haven't watched Star Wars. I've seen the original trilogy and the prequels. I think even as a kid, I didn't really like the prequels very much. Except for pod racing, which is unironically super fucking cool. Also, I didn't watch the second movie. Sorry, no, I didn't watch the third prequel, where he goes evil. I never saw that. It wasn't good enough. Nobody ever talked about it in a way that made me care. It was never advertised in a way that made me care, and I was never a Star Wars person in general. It's gonna be a really hard thing to explain when I break out a future hand cam stream, but you know, that's just what we got. I don't know. I think there's a lot of good to be taken from absorbing that content that doesn't necessarily overlap with your interests. If only because it's nice to look at these things and think about how you do them better. When you think about things and consider how you do them better, that can be very good for motivating you to improve yourself as well. I'm very much the kind of person where every time I eat pizza from, like, a chain place, I think about how I do it better, and then I just eat pizza twice in 1 week, because sometimes, several days later, I have to make it for myself to get that feeling out of my body. And that can be the case for writing, or speaking, or art, so on and so forth. Motivate yourself, babes. Oh. Man Bear Pig South Park episode was climate change denialism. I never watched that episode. I'd believe it. Not the person to ask about that. I was raised by an English major who reads Norton anthologies of English literature and Norton anthologies of Shakespeare for fun. First movie series he watched all the way through was the Peter Jackson Lord of the Ring trilogy, the extended editions. God, watching the extended editions is a chore. Great media, but I won't lie. Those trilogies sure can be the longest fucking movies in the world. Speaking as a fan, though I haven't watched them in a really long time. I should change that. Maybe I'll get some dwarves together for a watch party. Yeah, maybe that would be fun. Maybe we'll do a little watch party. Regardless, I distinctly remember when my friends and I decided that we were all very, very cool, very good writers, very into fantasy, and decided to watch the director's cuts of the entirety of the Lord of the Rings in a single sitting. And the only thing that I firmly remember is that I fell asleep early in the second movie and woke up in the latter half of the second movie, and then fell asleep again partway through the third and woke up after it was done. And my friends both also fell asleep at some point in the process. And we all had very fractured memories of what the whole thing was like. This was not our first time experiencing the series, but it was our first time experiencing it in sequence, and we just couldn't keep up. We couldn't do it. Too fucking long. And there's a lot of scenes which, while having a lot of, like, narrative depth, don't keep your attention if you've been up for, holy shit, like 6 hours straight You know what I mean? Speaking of attention. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. It's almost 2 a.m. here and you have stuff to get done tomorrow. Oh, my condolences. Have yourself a good night. Take good care of yourself. Thank you for stopping by. Lovely to meet you. And, I don't know, be good to yourself. Have a good night. Anything in the dumpster? Can't see. Let's throw you that way. Use our flashlight. Not seeing a whole lot. Usually there's a friendly dumpster here, but I don't see it. Maybe not. Not gonna lie, your family usually does an annual Lord of the Rings-thon where you watch the extended editions all the way through, but that's like a 12-ish hour endeavor. Yeah, you gotta spread them out. That's the big thing, right? Is like... We were talking about being respectful to various things earlier, and I think media is one of those things, right? They used to offer intermissions in the middle of movies for a reason. It's hard to give these things like the full breadth of your attention when you have been spending the last God knows how many hours committing so many little bitty events to memory. It's hard. And it's a bit like binge eating in a way. It's the same reason it's kind of hard to think of anything memorable off of Netflix, right? Like, chewing through absolutely everything in one sitting is really bad for retention. It's really bad for long-term memory. Really bad for understanding the message of something. And movies are already kind of difficult and inaccessible for some people because of their immediate length already. That's why mainstream movies don't have a whole lot of depth. The average person doesn't really have a lot of room for that depth. Hate to say it, but it's kind of how it goes. Might dig Farscape. It's basically an isekai. Oh, that's a risky word, you know. I'm an avid hater of isekai, despite the fact that some of my favorite anime I've only recently realized are isekai. But I've been told of Farscape. I think I would like it. It's a matter of actually getting to it, you know. I don't make a lot of time to watch stuff anymore, and that's part of the problem. I started a podcast about watching King of the Hill because I wanted to know what was so good about it, because I hadn't watched it when I was younger. And the reason I made it a podcast is because I wouldn't, like, make time to do it just for recreation's sake. I'm really bad at actually doing that, you know? Finding time to watch the things I'm interested in is difficult. And it's not just because of streaming, it's because I'm spending all my time watching something else. Watch a lot of internet shit. I can probably cut out for actual media. Media worth absorbing. But here I am. Anyway. There's a lot of things that I hope to get to at some point in my life, but I don't know when I will. Gotta get going now. Convo is too engaging. Ah, I appreciate it. Have yourself a good night. Take good care of yourself, Architect. It was lovely to meet you. And I hope that you have a very good day tomorrow. I'm sure at some point tonight I'll stop rambling about things I have or have not seen, but... probably not. Probably not. This is not a story-related... Oh. Is that what I think it is? If that is the, that is the rabbit that I think it is, I want that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Hey, everybody. This one heals my car. Oh, that's not great for my visibility. I'm gonna hold on to that for as long as I can. Thank you, happy hair. I'm gonna put you on top. Excuse me. To be fair, the things you have or have not seen encompass everything. It's true. I have a short list of, like, movies I really want to watch, but almost all of them I, like, tell to myself, I'm either going to watch them alone at night, which is unlikely, if not impossible, because I want to share most of these things with my partner, or I'm going to watch them online with friends, which I never make room to do because I'm always doing something else with friends. Right? Like, well, I don't know when I'll get to them. Hopefully eventually, but time will tell. One last night before you go. For real. Part of what you're doing tomorrow is changing your screen name on here as you prep to start streaming. Call you Artie. Oh, well, good to meet you, Artie. I hope your streaming journey treats you well. Everything is either a goose or is not a goose, unless it stands at the threshold of goosdom, with one flapper in and one flapper out. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, what is that? Oh, my God. My car got trashed. You guys still alive up there? Oh, thank God. Okay. No, I'm gonna take a minute. What are we looking at? Impulse emitter. I need an electrician's kit. I think that's back here. Electrician's kit. There we go. And I think I need a sealing kit for a bad tire. Yep. Alright, was I there for the Soylent Green stream? I was not. I missed that. Fortunately. Okay. Let's reorient you. Let's see if maybe you heal things that you're stuck to. Can I see past you? Well enough. I think the annoying thing of the movies that I want to watch is that I have access to almost all of them, right? Like, I have, through methods that everyone uses, and are totally normal and legal, basically all the movies that I want to watch at my disposal. I just don't make the time. And it feels like I have this beautiful bowl of, like, food right in front of me, and I'm just sitting here not eating it because I'm waiting for the mood to get good. And I gotta stop waiting for the mood to get good and just do it. It feels ridiculous that I have to, like, explain that to myself. But, like, it's such a simple problem to solve. I just do it. But I don't. I don't do it. But one of these days I will. We gotta do it. That was one over in the Hypnospace. Yeah, I haven't been to a movie in Hypna's channel in a while, unfortunately. Again, I just haven't made the time. It's hard. Hard to make the time. I could make it easier, but I have trouble with time management. I have the ADHD. You did Godzilla. Which one? I know you did one of them. Couldn't remember which. There we go. Please heal my hood. It's fragile already. Ugh. I'm with Bryan Cranston briefly in the sequel to that one. I don't remember which one that is, fortunately. Is that the American one? Yeah, so, was that Godzilla, not Godzilla 2000, but, the American Godzilla from the year 2000. Because Godzilla 2000 is he's one of, I want to say, the last of its era from Japan. It's such a weird, complicated thing. 2014. Okay, that might have been the sequel. It was 2014. I forgot that there was a sequel. Shit. Alright, we're at the end here. You're gonna sit with the car off and let these rabbits fix my car. Slow process, but they'll do it, you know. Why don't I take a moment to look up Godzilla? Godzilla is an interest of mine, and unfortunately, a lot of the newer movies are on my short list of movies that I really hope that I can see soon, but I don't make the time for. Okay, so the original American Godzilla was from 1998. But Bryan Cranston isn't in that one. From 2014, Bryan Cranston Godzilla. Yeah, that was 2014. I didn't see that one. I've seen clips. I do love that Ken Watanabe is still involved every single time there's a Godzilla. Every single time. Why not take the rabbits with me? They won't pass through the barrier, unfortunately. They will fall off as I enter the next zone. Here, I'll put you down here by the nitro boost and hope that that goes up. You have news for me in the show-off channel. Let's see, what you got? My head is filled with shrieking noises and buzzing sounds, so I made a tiny bit of progress on the project tonight, and that's good enough. On the other hand, have fun chasing my scores once you get to the Children of the Sun. Top 21. Good God. Goodness gracious. I'm so glad that you beat Face, but I really hope that you can crack out those, fucking hell, 500 points to beat Sebastian Tries His Best at 20th place. God. Excuse me. Proud of you, Scavenger. I'll do my best. But I also have recently realized that friends have beaten my score in Neon White, and I also can't stand for that. I also need to finish that. I had a collab idea with that, with a friend, and then we both got busy and like a year passed. Maybe I should reach out to that. I might reach out about that. I was going to be with Winter. He's been busy. I don't know. We'll feel it out. Yeah. Once I can get my hands on it, Children of the Sun is a game that's very, very high on my stream list. That game looks like a shit ton of fun. Unfortunately, I'm also broke, so I have to make some cash first. Yay! The joys of living in capitalism. But also there's 1,000 games that I want to stream. So once this is off the list, I have another one on the list. All right, we're almost fully healed, so I'm going to just carry on. All right. Conveniently, it's only $15 and is worth way more than that, so it's not a high mark. I have, I think, -5. Once I go to the bank and deposit some cash, that'll be different, but I have no money for games right now, unfortunately. Excuse me, good God. And that's not for any fault other than me being careless with recurring payments. I should have canceled a couple of things. Oopsie doopsies.
It's behind you now. It's behind you now.
It's
Hi, Bard. Hello, hello. Let's crack this open. Yeah. I'll get Children of the Sun one of these days. One of these days. It's on the list. I was so in love with the demo that I don't see a future where I don't play it. But it might just be a little while before I can get to it. Just one of those things, you know. Fair warning, Bard, we're pretty close to the end of the game, so if you're avoiding spoilers, this is your warning. We're hitting some pretty big tragedies. But yeah. What were we talking about earlier? What was that post about a Muppet and their instrument? After his drums were destroyed, Animal decided to declare war on physics and started training to kill God. Never mess with a Muppet and their instrument. What? What did I miss? What the fuck did I miss? Have a good lurk, Bard. Thank you for stopping by. Where did the Muppets come in? I missed that. Oh god, that was a rough cough. We might be calling it short here in a minute. My coughs are getting worse, but I'm gonna keep chugging where I can. We're only I think one stop away from our last zone of this ride, so tie it into your Farscape recommendation because the aliens that are done by the Jim Henson Company. Oh, lovely. We love a Henson Company. Oh, I should be chopping down more trees. Shit. There's an achievement in this game for running over 1,000 trees, and I think I'm close to 600. I really ought to be just barreling through the woodlands. I'm sure all of my best progress on that front came from the period of time where I was using my off-road tires as liberally as possible. The human John straight up calls a Holosi a Skeksis because it's basically the same puppet they used in the Dark Crystal. Does that mean that Skeksis are like, as a media thing, canon in Farscape? Is the Jim Henson Company as a company canon in Farscape? Is the Muppet Show canon in Farscape? Weird things to think about. Oops. There we go. There we go. Don is a pop culture junkie, absolutely. All right, well, a man being a super into pop culture doesn't mean that that pop culture is like a known facet of their world. I'm a pop culture junkie. I've seen every, I can't joke about things that don't exist in this reality because they don't exist. Trees. There's a whole episode that's Looney Tunes based. Is Farscape just a parody show? Is that all it is? Nope. You're making it sound like one. So, regardless, I'm sure it's better than, what is it, the Orville? Seth MacFarlane's Star Trek show? I keep getting fucking, I keep getting, like, YouTube shorts directed towards me from that show. Very strange. Some of them are funny. But it's definitely Family Guy humor again. That episode takes place in John's subconscious, so it reflects that. That makes sense. That does make sense. Alright, you get a pass this time. Only barely. You're on thin ice, buckaroo. Okay, so I actually have really low go home juice. I wonder how I'm going to pull this off. I gotta find anchors somewhere. I don't think I can leave the way I came. That's usually closed off when you enter. Oh. No, that's not great. Okay, R. Behave. Hi, car. Rude? Come on, guy. Gotta go good night, sleep well. Have a good rest, cowboy. It's lovely to see you around. Take good care of yourself. The ship in Farscape is a living being, and the ship's pilot is literally grafted into its central nervous system. He has tentacles. Everyone loves the pilot. Fair enough. Getting real Dooney in here, except for the technology, I guess. I do appreciate a grafted pilot. I couldn't tell you what other media I've seen that in, but I know that it's a trope that I enjoy sometimes. Sometimes. Probably more often than not. I don't know, it's fun. It's a fun thing to do. Oh, excuse me. I clearly didn't silence it properly for that one. Or I've been silenced while talking and just coughing when I'm not silenced. I hesitate to find out. I think that'll be a weird VOD. I'm just not gonna look back. Come on, give me an anchor. Dumpster Pearl. Marsh eggs. Come on, give me an anchor. Nope. Okay. Huh. The big puppet, and this way the puppeteers can hide easily. That makes sense. You've been hearing me just fine. Good. That means that I just haven't been silencing to cough. Cool. Very cool. Alright. Got my dumpster pearls in there. I'll load up everything else in here. Then we make our way down here, I guess, and then hope that gives me enough juice. Remember my Dragon Age playthrough? Yes. Yes, I do. What about it? Morgan's voice actor was in Farscape. Huh. Interesting. I guess a lot of the voice actors for games were just actors then as well. Right? There was a lot of overlap for regular actors and games. At least on like nerdy properties like sci-fi. I don't know if I love describing it that way, but it's kind of true. Uh-oh. Okay, that wasn't enough. This is the first time this has happened. This is the first time that I've not had enough juice to get out. So we're gonna see what we can do about that. Stream pause for anyone else? Probably, yes. I don't know if you can hear me very well. My internet just tanked. Huh. That's fun. Oh, are we back? Are we back? Maybe? How we looking? How is it going? Are we doing okay? Maybe refresh? Maybe refresh. Here, let's do a test. 3, 2, 1, post. If that takes a while to show up on stream behind my head, try refreshing. You've got a delay. And that's purely because my own internet took a nosedive for a minute. My bad. Big Pearl. Hey, car. All right. Okay. There's... Ow. There's bubbles over here. Red balloons, they're technically called. And those have a chance, if it's the ones that I'm thinking of giving me some anchors to get my health back up. So we'll see. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, wow, I almost died. Car, no, 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 no. Get out of there. Let's get some food in.
This is Zap, and it's time for another segment of Zap's Douglas Further Knowledge Tree Facts. This time we're going to be learning about the Western Lynchfinger. Interestingly, the heartwood of this plant contains a variety of special chemicals. One thing found is plaquetic acid, which is considered to be an irritant and can set off allergic reactions. It can even lead to occupational asthma in woodworkers. Another compound found inside is dujapoisin. And no, I did not make that word up, although I probably mispronounced it. I'm doing my best. Anyway, dujapoisin acts as something of a fungicide to help the tree fight off imperial rotting. The last chemical is dujone, whose presence in leaves can lead to a menthol smell when crushed.
Huh.
It is, however, a monitored substance, as it, like much in the zone, can be very harmful to the nervous system when ingested. Speaking of which, I keep hearing broadcasts whereby explorers are trying to eat various plant and zone life. I cannot stress how unwise this is. You should stop, or you will die. With that hopefully educational ending note, it's time to call it. As always, stay safe out there, keep your eyes on the trail, and leave the forest as you found it. And don't eat it.
And don't eat it. Oh, we got some tree knowledge. Oh, nice. Okay, so that bubble patch is dead. Means I'm gonna go off of this direction. Saw some over here. I'm in a bit of trouble if I can't find more anchors. You know, it's not common, but I have gotten anchors from these a couple of times, so I may as well try. Not exactly what I wanted. But a big old pearl isn't bad. As long as I can get home. Steel sheet, not my vibe. I'm not finding one. That's worrying. Let's get out the anchor radar. Here we go. Set you up at number 7. Okay, there's nothing here. There's no anchors. What do I do? Guess I wander around until I find something. I've never had to worry about this before. Huh. Is this the first time where I don't make it home safe? Maybe. Glad to have you back. Go. Glad that's working. Like a truck over there. I guess I'll head that way. A gas truck. Not exactly what I'm looking for. There's some bubbles. That's good. I only need a little bit more. I can get the right kind of gas. Not gas, but like the right kind of anchor. Car is misbehaving in every possible way. There we go. Ow. Come on, anchor. Not helpful. Definitely not helpful. Okay. Okay. Shit. Okay, damn, what do I do? Here we go. Guess I keep driving. Much to work with over here. A lot of nothing. If I can keep finding the red balloons anomaly, eventually I might have a chance. It's a low chance, and it's about all I have. If I can't swing that... The zone I'm in doesn't really have any safe exits either. And by safe exits, I mean any exits at all. I should have grabbed some along the way. What a fool I was today. Let's go down the other route, see if we can't find anything. Cars won't have anything that I'm looking for. The anchors aren't found in inventories. Ever. There's a loot truck up there. I'll give that a shot. If I don't survive, I don't get to keep anything in it. Better not have anything I like. Or if it does, I fight hard enough to keep it. The crystal? Huh. Well, now I have to fight for it, don't I? Shit. Oh, no, you don't. I choose to believe the crystal is a Breaking Bad reference. Unfortunately, probably not. Not a lot of Breaking Bad to be found here. It had healing energy in its tooltip. Strong feeling that it's about hippies. And remember, game's based in the 80s. Breaking Bad didn't exist yet.
Is the moment that Leshii became Heisenberg.
I thought about doing the Breaking Bad theme song just with my mouth. And I realized that I haven't watched enough Breaking Bad to know how it goes. I know it's not like a complicated thing, but I don't know enough to know how it goes. Strange. I should. But I don't. I've even watched a part of, like, El Camino, the movie. Set after Breaking Bad. Partner really liked that one. Watched part of it with her. Isn't this set in the 90s? It just feels 80s because everything's been trapped in an anomaly for ages. You're right, this is 91. This is 91, and it feels older because everything's been trapped in the anomaly for 30 years. In some cases, 50 years. But most of the outer edges, 30. But yeah, you're right. This is based in 1991. God, my radar's picking up nothing on this side of town. Meteorite squall, what? What the fuck? Fallen firmament? My car! What happened to my car? My door! Oh, no, 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 no. Don't get close to the firmament. Oh my god. Oh my god. I slack once and the sky is falling. Why? Oh. Oh my god. Google says it's 98. Oh my god. It's not very consistent. Okay. I'm almost out of battery too. Not that I don't have chargers, but you know. Okay. Okay. We're gonna take a moment. I'm gonna repair, and I'm gonna charge the battery. Car. Okay. Battery's charged. Putty.
If you're like me and you hate going...
Sure, we'll walk and putty. Sure, why not? Door won't close again. There we go. There might be a chance to get more anchor energy after the storm starts setting in. Maybe. But I have to survive that long, and part of that means that my car has to be in tip-top shape. Means we're getting smeared on every possible way. And that's the storm encroaching. We'll see what we can get away with. I have faith that we have the ability to get out of here. But I've never had to in such dire circumstances before. Like my top storage is busted as well. All right. Okay. That all fixed up. Swap this out for a blowtorch. Just to be sure. I didn't bring a second blowtorch, did I? Let's fuel up while I can. I'm also surprisingly low. Okay. Gonna use all the fuel we can. Make sure we're real topped up for the storm as it just washed over me. Right. A little fuel can. That is as good as I'm getting. Let's hit this rodeo. Oh, of course. Just hit something on the way out. Never mind. All right. Thought that would close the door, not smash it off. I probably should have expected that, given what I know about cars. Generally, that's how it goes. Sky has still fallen. No getting away from that. Oh, Christ, not you. They took my hydro processor, fuck. I guess if I'm not getting out of here alive, then that's fair game, isn't it? I'm moving so fast now. Alright, jump jacks are not working quite right. I'm moving so fast. Am I really holding that much extra weight? All right, there's our chance. Let's hit it. See what we can get out of here with. That is our first little care package from the sky. I don't know that it can contain an anchor, but maybe. Maybe. Car, sit still, please. What you got? Got a door. That'll do. What else you got? Repair. I can out-repair the damage and last a little longer. Just have to figure out where to get more anchor fluid. Anchor fluid feels like something that our guys would like lie to you about. What do you have? My little simple things. Drop everything here. Whatever. see, any more care packages? Not yet. Yeah, pedal to the fucking metal. We're moving fast. Only I was half as fast in during the race. You'll sit here next to the repairing plant. Or not. Seems to be done. Cool. Awesome. Wait a moment to assess. I don't know what I lose when I die. I've never died before. Never really come close. So I'll, get my battery boosted. Never mind, I don't need to. Shoot.
Today we welcome to our program the...
Yeah. Am I definitely done for, or could I possibly make it? I genuinely do not know how to get more of the energy I need to activate an exit. It's... if I could get enough energy somehow, I could leave, but I don't know where to get that. I should have gotten it earlier. I really should have gotten it earlier. I have never been in a position where I've had to, like, find out. Which is fair. It's the end of the game, you know? Makes sense that, you know, we'd have to find out after fucking around. I know that at the point that we're at right now, there is a frequent thing where, like you saw earlier, warheads will fall from the sky specifically after the storm falls. And I don't know if they can contain anchor energy. But if any situation might, it's the only one I can think of. It's the only resource that replenishes when, like, nothing else does. And there is the instability, and then there's the storm, and I'm outpacing the storm. The instability has already claimed the entire zone. That's the storm. Oh, wow. Ooh, yeah. I'm out of the storm now. I'm gonna get to the warhead, see if it has anything for me, I guess. But also the instability will very slowly destroy my car and kill me. There's not much I can do unless I can find enough energy to get out. It is the point of no return. If I can't repair here, then I'm fucked. There's the warhead. Let's stop. Tire check. You need mechanics and mechanic and sealing kit. I hate you, car, please. Alright. Sealing kit. Alright. Tires are fixed. Blowtorch in hand so that I can repair my car in a minute. A lot of other ideas, may as well try it. Exactly. Let's see. A lot of repair stuff. Rear panel, power bumper. No anchor energy yet. I have to try and survive defiantly. We doing good in here, everybody? Oh, that's one down. How's engine doing? You're okay. Okay. Okay, if you're wedged, that's perfect. Okay. That siren is the enhanced instability where everything is like fucked. Ooh, okay. Drop everything and hope that another one spawns shortly after. Alright, car. Try again. Another one did spawn. Excellent. We're headed that way. I can just get a little more energy. Just a little bit more. Come on. This is the only replenishing resource. Oh, God. Wow, that turned out fine. Always wear your seatbelt.
Raise your arms to send the energy to Leshii for the spirit bomb.
Yes, please. I need a spirit bomb right now, please. Oh, wow. All right. Nothing resembling energy. I don't know what to do. I guess I just try to live as long as I can. Uh-oh. Blowtorch. If I can just keep repairing, something will happen. I'm actually lasting a lot longer than I expected. Maybe it's not so hard to have your molecules rearranged. Maybe it's not so bad. I've had worse. Spider-Man was fine, exactly. That guy's always getting rearranged. Oh, a little radiation, nothing a medical kit can't help. Okay, repair putty. Repair putty. I have lots of repair putty. I don't think we're making it. I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe I should just go stand in the bad over there. Oh, the head of my bobblehead fell off. It's slowly sinking down into my car. Okay. My dangler's in the mirror is gone. Oh no, it's there. That's also slowly drifting down. Alright. Let's get this over with. Oh no, save yourself. Why am I not taking damage? Why am I not dying? I've adapted. Oh no. Alright, well, I'm gonna at least grab what I can. Maybe save, I guess. If my inventory stays with me, I hope so. Probably not. I'm gonna try and maybe drive back to where I came in. If I can see. Not much of a car left. What's that? Oh, that's a critter. You, Alright, never mind. My car won't die, and my car won't let me die. How terrifying. Exiting stabilized area. It's not stable here. Pockets of stability. All right. Where the fuck do I go? When do I die? Should I have given up? Should I abandon trip? Maybe. What does abandon trip mean? Car will not survive unscathed. Lose most items. Sure. I don't think there's a way of getting out of that. As long as I get out of the red hell. Reason abandon trip. I didn't abandon my trip. I was trapped. Arc recall beacon. What do you mean arc recall beacon? What is that? As long as this is still here, you are too. It'll pull you back from the brink of death, but don't expect it to bring everything back with you. Well, we lost a lot. Nothing that can't be replaced, but we did lose a lot. But we got to keep our crystal. Whatever the crystal is. Atto. Crystal. Healing energy from this is almost certainly not radioactive. Happened. Okay, well. Yeah, I guess that is how I escaped in the canon of things. Well, we don't have a whole lot of a car left. We didn't lose anything crazy. We lost some healing items, but that's nothing we can't recover. We didn't lose anything we can't get back. That's fine, I guess. God, even my backseat tank is toast. Christ. Alright, well, I guess I'll have her fixed up by next time. My doors aren't gone? Yeah, all of my doors are gone. Every grayed out piece is gone. I only have the frame, 4 wheels, and my windshield. And my engine, I guess. My engine's surprisingly unscathed. Like, this tire's dead. Tire's loose, and that can be repaired. That tire can be repaired. That one can be repaired. Yeah, everything's pretty much fallen off, aside from my engine. And the few things that remained, most of them are broken in irreparable. Guess that's what happens when you don't take the time to get your stuff together, huh? We'll recover. We'll recover just fine. I guess next time you see this car, it'll be brand new. Let's deposit the resources we were able to save. I'm glad that I got the upgraded internal storage, because the top side breaking was not that big a deal. Alright, what is that? That's off-white paint. Door. Okay. Put all that in there. And we got a message to deliver. And, 8-ball shifter. Neat. At least I got some decorations. Boy, what a mess. What a mess we're in. I guess, I'll have it repaired for next time. Oop. Learn that piece. Next time you see this car, it'll be better than ever, I'm sure. But for now, let's see who we have to raid. We lasted the full 3 hours. I was a little surprised at that. I guess I am a little surprised at that. Present tense. Let's see who's around. Not a whole lot of people, I tell you what. I'll tell you what. We got a couple options. We got... You know, no, we have one option. We have one person I'd like to raid. We're going to raid Cake Eating Dragon. Cake Eating Dragon, who has just come back to streaming and is playing Sonic Unleashed. And they are a lovely little bean. Fresh back from a little bit of a break. And I hope that you will treat him very well. Treat yourselves very well. Better than I treated my car. Take good care of yourselves. Thank you so much for stopping by, and have yourself a very good night.